Welcome to the Denim and Pearls podcast. Business casual conversation laced with pearls of wisdom. Casual, authentic, unscripted dialogue about life, work, and entrepreneurship with the perfect blend of laughter and seriousness. Pull up a chair, kick back, and lean in as we welcome your hosts, Michelle Ross and Brian Swanson.
Welcome to the porch. It's Casual Friday.
That's because I'm wearing overall shorts. Yeah, completely out of my norm. Hi, my name is Dr. Michelle Mraz.
And I'm Brian Swanson.
We are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual.
With pearls of wisdom.
From the porch.
Yes. And today...
Hee-hee-hee-ha.
She was gone.
Oh, yeah.
I almost wondered what you were doing there for a second.
How's that?
You were reaching up, and I'm like, what the heck are you?
I searched the world over and thought I found true love. She met another, and she was gone. Well, anyways.
That isn't even our topic today. Good God. Before we get into our topic, let's make sure we like and share. Everybody like and share. We're actually doing really good with our numbers. They're bumped up. We're over 800 and some on our Facebook. If we could only get to that on YouTube.
Please go to YouTube and
or Rumble.
Subscribe. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Either way, like and share. And, it's, liking and sharing is such a cliche statement these days.
But it really does help.
It does. It helps us. It helps you, actually.
And it helps expand the reach. And if you think that the content we bring is valuable, share it.
No, it's not valuable at all. No. Words of advice, words of wisdom. Nah.
And that's why we have over 800 followers.
Mm-hmm.
And those who have not liked, because we know we've met more people who follow and watch us, but they just never hit like.
So we digress.
Okay,
so our today topic is be like Dooneese.
Because I'm Dooneese. Got it? I came over.
Most people don't unless they're Gen Zers.
I came over to.
Or Xers, I guess.
To Brian's man cave. And I was already giggling because I came off of a podcast and we were talking about being individual and not blending in with the crowd and all these beautiful people around us. And how do we just be us? And I said, be like Dooneese. And he went, huh? So now
once I saw this, we're going to show you actually here in a second. But once I saw it, I realized that I've seen it over and over and over again. I just did not put the name. And what's really interesting about the whole thing, I was thinking about it as I was watching it. You'll see here in a minute, there's like 4 girls that are in, women.
Don't explain it.
Well, wait a minute. There's 4 women involved. And out of all of that, do we know who the other 3 are?
Yes.
We all know who Dooneese is.
But we only remember Dooneese because she stands out.
Exactly. And that's
our topic today. Our topic today is around this because I shared a life lesson, a lot of life lessons from just this video. It's funny, but watch. Keep your minds open.
Here we go. This is about a minute long.
I'm Janice. I'm Holly. I'm Nora. And I'm Dooneese. Sisters always stick together even when they fall in love. Like with my boyfriend, with my husband, with my fiance, with my by myself. Even though we're a lot alike.
That's a nice little clip. I don't know why the sound went out on it. But
hopefully our sound didn't go away.
I hope not.
Well, we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out when we go back and look.
But anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Be like Dooneese. And Brian, what was the lesson you first initially saw? One, she's very unique, and that's why we only remember her.
Yes.
Right?
I already brought that up.
I know. I'm repeating it. Besides that.
Well, she's out of the ordinary. I mean, if you look at her looks, we actually have a tendency to make fun of those kind of people. I mean, understandably that it's supposed to be a funny character on the show because it is SNL, you know what I mean? However,
SNL is Saturday Night Live.
I think most people know what SNL is.
Just in case.
Okay. So But I'm curious, and I didn't go back and look and see what her actual look is like. Does she actually look like that, or is she up in makeup and all that other fun stuff?
She's in full out makeup. You don't know who she is?
I do not know who she is.
Oh.
She's something Wig is her last name.
Yeah,
W-I-I-G.
Kristen Wiig. She's freaking hilarious. She's in a lot of movies, and she's very talented. She's brilliant, actually.
Well, talented, but is that hairstyle?
No.
Her teeth,
No.
I know the arms are.
Yes, no.
But, I mean, that's pretty obvious.
She's a very funny lady, and she does not look like that. But in her, she's very known for taking on characters. So this is one of her characters.
Okay.
And then she goes
Makes
off the
sense
rails with it. But what's so cool about this episode is so often we don't want to be ourselves. We want to be like all the others. Like in her case, all the sisters are the same and they're all so pretty and they're saying all the right things. And then the niece comes out and does, take me or leave me.
Yeah, pretty much. And
I see that as such a big lesson in life. In the world of Instagram and social media, where everyone's got filters and they all look so perfect, we look at them.
Nobody uses filters.
Okay, well, we look at them and we do, wow, their lives are so much better. Oh, look how poised they are. Oh, look how pretty they are. Their makeup is flawless. Blah, blah, blah. You know, the things women do to ourselves. And then men, oh, look at those muscles on this guy. He's got such a six-pack. Blah, blah, blah. We compare a lot. And what Brian pointed out, and what I really wanted you all to notice, is in that skit, if you look it up, it's Saturday Night Live or SNL Dooneese.
Yeah.
Okay. If you look it up one day, watch it and watch some of the scenes, what you'll realize
she's got a lot of them.
She is herself. She doesn't look at her sisters and do, oh, I wish I was like them. She just is. And she takes it, owns it. And what I wanted to share about that, and I wanted us to talk about, is how do you own who you are when you think you're an ugly duckling? I mean, pretty much all of us growing up thought we were ugly ducklings in some way, shape, or form, except for Brian, who thought he was perfect. And
of course I am. Just ask me.
But see, that's the cool thing. If we could all walk around knowing who we are, loving who we are as we are, we'd be like Dooneese. Granted, we don't have to be, eating roadkill and things, but that's beside the point.
That's disturbing.
You didn't see that skit?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of sexual connotation to some of it.
But the basic line is, she is very uniquely her in an extreme way, but be you.
Well, there's a combination between that, and there's a book out there called Red Ocean, Blue Ocean, or something very similar to that. Anyways, whatever title. And so when I'm analyzing this as I do, yes, we can think about that in our private lives, but we can also think about it in our businesses.
You have to think
so
about it.
So you take Red Ocean, Blue Ocean, Red Ocean, and take Dooneese and put those two together, you have to be unique.
How can you be crazily uniquely you?
Right. And that's how most businesses come to big success, is being something new, being something different. The question is where is that in your business? Where is that in your life? I fight with that every day when I deal with Galaxy Fest. And I always think about that. How can I do something new, something original, something that hasn't been done in a long time? Mind you, there's a lot of times we look back on things that have been successful back in even the 40s, the 50s, whether it's marketing, whether it's an event, whether it's something that just hasn't been done. It's like you want to redo the Carol Burnett show. That's truly unique these days, even though it is ancient in a lot of people's eyes.
Bring back old to new. It's like bringing back bell bottoms.
So how do you do that? How do you be unique and stand out and make it successful? And I think those are all big questions. It's a rhetorical question at this point, because it all is going to be dependent on your business and what you do.
Well, and how you find it is by finding you. What is you? What is you? What makes you different? And what is uniquely special about you that you think is so ordinary that nothing is special about it, but everyone else is looking at you and thinking, wow, that is an extraordinary talent. And that is why I thought, oh, like tonight, Galaxy Fest is having After Dark at Ivy Wild here in Colorado Springs. Every one of the performers, we are so excited because every one of the performers are so unique and so individually themselves. And they have created different dances, performances, characters that they dance to. Okay.
Performance art.
Now, what's so beautiful about that is none of them will be anything like the other. And
oh no.
And that is why I believe that this was a perfect topic for today, linked with After Dark. How do you express yourself so unique that you stand out in life and in business? You don't have to go all out crazy and bring it into your business, but I'm saying find what makes you so uniquely you. Now, people are like, Michelle, you're an international speaker, award-winning, blah, 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 the things I do. Why are you madaming a show like this? Do you know how I'm uniquely me? By stepping out of my comfort zone and doing things that, I think this could be fun, but the old me would say, I better not do that. I've got an image to portray and blah, blah, blah. No, this is me. I love to perform and I love performers. I love people who can find that magic light spark inside of them. And I watch them light up on stage. A lot of the people who are in these shows who do these kind of performances are usually very quiet, introverted, and then they come on stage and it's turned into something else. I love watching people come on and turn into that butterfly they really are.
Cosplay is the same way.
Yes, that's why I love it. And I challenge you to find something outside of your comfort zone. And it doesn't have to be burlesque or belly dancing or sword swallowing. I mean, that's the extreme stuff. Yeah, it's find something different that you can test out and see if you even want to do it. Something as simple as, let me not have coffee today. I'm going to have tea. I mean, that simple. When your brain sees change. So like Brian, he always has coffee, black coffee. Okay. My challenge to him is
black coffee in bed.
Don't have black coffee.
Not happening.
See, he won't change from that comfort zone. But it's just an example.
It's not a comfort zone. That, in my case, is not a comfort zone. I will drink tea. I just don't like all this, famous coffee place foo-foo drinks.
It has nothing to do
with all the sugar.
It has nothing to do with coffee. It's breaking out of your norm is what I'm asking you to do. Break out of your norm and see. Like
mine is a matter of which black coffee.
Which brand? And
which brand, which make, which roast, which.
Well, as a coach, I meet people who say, well, I do this, and I can watch them in their body language. They're slightly uncomfortable. And I do, what do you really want to do? Well, I don't want to do that because it won't be right. I do it. Let's see.
I have to use an yeah, but in this. We are talking, I really do. I'm famous for my yeah, buts, but.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but. If we look at what we're talking about as far as just being normal, being your normal self. Okay?
Let's say there's no
not normal, but being your normal self.
Your authentic self.
Okay, whatever. It's a matter of sometimes it's not socially acceptable. And how do it's just, we look at Dooneese. Dooneese is not necessarily socially acceptable. Yes, we can look at it and we can analyze it from our perspective now and go, she's unique. She doesn't care about her uniqueness and she is who she is.
But she scares people.
But it's not socially acceptable in many circles to be that unique. How do you, because I have a tendency to be very weird, but it doesn't mean it's socially acceptable. Yeah. Sometimes it's a matter of timing. It's just like being a comedian. It's a matter of timing.
I didn't say get your freak on in public and be your. No, I didn't say that.
I wasn't going that extreme, but okay.
That's the extreme.
Getting your freak on?
No, like somebody likes leather and lace. You can't walk around in leather straps. Okay, do that in your private place, but If you like that, then go do for it. Go do it. Go do for it. Go do it. Do it. I don't care. But in public, if that makes you feel more empowered, wear it under your clothes. So I'm not saying jump into something extreme. I'm saying find something little, and every other day or so, add something different to your world that makes you feel uniquely you.
Could you imagine me walking around being weird all the time?
Don't you?
No. I have my places and my times, and
but that's the thing, is find a way to express whatever makes you unique. It doesn't have to be in public if you don't like that, but find that expression. If you like to sing, sing. If you want to dance, dance. If you want to paint, paint. If you want to ride motorbikes down incredibly large hills, do. What I'm saying is, what was that?
That was our computer friend in the background.
Oh, okay.
Most people would recognize it. And if I say the word, then it'll go off and do other words.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways.
In other words, there's a delivery.
Go find the best version of you, and don't let the world hold you back from that. And I'm not saying go out there and shock the world, because whatever you want to walk around in tutus and leather straps and whatever.
The pictures you're putting in my head at the moment.
Well, I've got things in my brain right now.
Well, I'm also thinking too, even with the statement that I just made about being socially weird, unacceptable kind of a thing. That's not, I mean, we look at Dooneese because she is socially unacceptable, weird. What we have to concentrate really and truly what we have to really concentrate on is the fact of her being unique and having the confidence to be unique. Uniqueness doesn't always mean weird or strange or off your rocker, or
I know,
whatever.
Like with me, I'm incredibly unique. I know I'm unique. Why? Because I do what I love to do.
Because we're all unique.
Yeah. And I don't hold it back. So what do you love to do that you've been holding back that would help you become the best version of you? It doesn't have to be weird. It doesn't have to be strange. I'm out there doing my thing, and I'm unique. Why? I sing, I speak, I train, I write books. That's pretty unique.
Well, sometimes, even when we talk about your speaking or whatever, a lot of times we have to be unique. I mean, you're unique in a way that you're not doing everything in Colorado Springs, where a lot of people think that they're going to find their success in the Colorado Springs. Well, it's not here. Well, it might be,
for different people. Yeah,
it might be for different people, but a lot of times when it comes to speaking and doing stuff here in this community, it's not always about being here. It's about maybe being somewhere else, which is where speaking in Qatar, speaking in Ghana, speaking in Dubai, speaking in, where did you go, in India? Those are not something that most people around here do. They're not even willing to get outside of their own town or their local region.
So that's unique for me because I'm brave enough to go. What simple thing that you can do that you would make you feel unique in you? And once you break from the chains of what you think you're supposed to look like and be like and speak like and talk like and work like and have an office that looks like what you think you've seen on a TV show, when you do it your way, the world opens for you.
Well, nobody else has M&Ms in their podcast.
I do. Oh, I did. That's my jar.
That's your jar.
It's an elephant because elephant is wisdom. You can't tell because of all the M&Ms, but it is an elephant.
But I mean, we're unique in our own little way here too. I mean, nobody else has this painting behind him.
That's because his daughter painted it.
That's because my daughter painted it.
But those are the kind of things you bring into your world. If your business, whatever, stop trying to fit a mold. The reason why people hesitate is because they don't know who they're working with. Be you. Just be you.
Well, I think another word of caution is too, yes, be you until somebody tells you you can't in order for you to succeed.
Now, I do have a caveat on that.
I don't get to further explain that. Okay.
Well, you can go back to it, but I don't want to forget. Let's say my daughter, she loves to have colored hair. I've never seen her hair a normal color. It's always blue, purple, green, orange, you name it. It's that color. She's had rainbow once. And when she got her job, the first job was like, fine, wear whatever you want. We don't care. Her new job is very formal. And they said, you can have normal colored hair, normal, natural human hair. And she has, what does that entail? They do any color that you would see on someone who has not dyed their hair. So, I mean,
red, black, blonde.
Yeah, whatever. But it cannot be blue, orange, rainbow colored, that kind of thing. And what I'm saying is, when you're representing another entity, most of you out there all own your own businesses. But for those who are watching and are part of another entity and you represent a name, let's say Apple Computers or USAA, or I'm trying to think of a company.
I was gonna say, you're shooting for the skies on this one.
Yes, but if you're working for a company, you need to, in their environment, be that brand. When you're outside of their environment, be your brand.
Well, it's just like in the military, having tattoos, for instance.
Yeah,
it's become more acceptable these days. But when I was in, you couldn't show them. You always had, if you had any kind of sleeve on your, stuff on your arm, you always had to wear sleeves to cover it up, and especially in dress uniform.
It's just respect for the name that you're representing.
Definitely.
So yes, uniquely be you.
The military, you have to be what they want you to be. I mean, that's part of the job. You
signed up for it.
That's part of life. That's part of the job.
So you wanted to elaborate on your
I forgot now.
Oh,
I don't even remember what I said.
Neither do I.
Hey, rewind that tape. What did I say a minute ago?
But watch the video and realize Dooneese, yes, although an extreme character, she is herself. And what brought me on that subject is when I was on the podcast, the gentleman I was speaking to, he has a disease and he's been in a wheelchair since I think he was 12. And he said all of his life people looked at him differently. And he always felt bad about that. Even though he couldn't change it, he felt bad about it. Or think about people who have disabilities and people look at them funny and kind of walk around them like they've got something that's catching. And that's what brought me to Dooneese, was she is uniquely her. There are things she cannot control about herself, and she just owns who she is. And so my advice to this young man was, now that you're older, the people you thought didn't want to be your friend because you're in a wheelchair and you're older and you've got all these friends around you, do you still think what you thought when you were a child, that no one wanted to be your friend because you're in a wheelchair? And he said, no. So how much of the perception of inadequacy is in your mind, and how much is it actually factual?
It's all in our head. Everything's in our head. Again, last year's theme of our show, perception, everything is perception, whether it's your perceptions or somebody else. And the question is are you going to recognize or accept their perceptions?
Or do you own it like Dooneese?
I've got something totally running in my head, which is a year and a half out, but I'm thinking of people who are shorter. Small people, little people.
Oh, little people.
I'm thinking of little people, and I'm thinking of the fact of, imagine being a little person and having to deal with everything that we probably can't even imagine the stuff that they've dealt with, the jokes that they get, the perceptions that people talk about. But they're normal human beings just like anybody else. They just have a shorter stature.
Well, and I'm thinking with this young man I was talking to, when I was a very young girl, I had a speech impediment. And one of my best friends was in a wheelchair.
I have mine now.
One of my best friends was in a wheelchair. And back in the day, I'm much older than probably most of you watching. Back in the day, an aide would come to the door of the classroom and call you out. Michelle and John, please come. You need to go to special ed. And they would separate us from the group. And I remember everyone giggling that we're going to special ed and laughing. And we go to the door and, I push him to the next room for special ed. And I remember one of our conversations was, isn't that weird that they separate us because he's in a wheelchair and I have a speech impediment? And we were laughing about it. And we're like, we have the highest grades in the class, but we're the special ed kids being moved out. We weren't being moved because of our intelligence. We were being moved by their perception of what we could handle. Now, think about that. The school population in general makes assumptions of people with handicaps or who are different to have lacking of mentality. Just because they cannot speak, you just assume they don't understand. It's like going to another country and being dropped to, say, Russia, and just assuming everyone in Russia is not smart because they can't speak English. Have you ever thought about you don't speak Russian? So when I have clients that come to me and say, "Oh, I've got an accent. I can't be on stage. I really want to share my story. Can you teach me to erase my accent?" I do know. You're speaking English as a second language on stage. Most people can't speak English on stage. So please.
This is true.
Don't judge people by their cover. And just because they're not speaking doesn't mean they're not intelligent. Just because they're speaking with an accent definitely doesn't mean that they're not intelligent. Treat humans like you know everyone is gifted and intelligent until they prove you otherwise. Yeah, that was my high horse.
Are you down off the higher horse?
I'm off my high horse. But it was true. I remember being told, get out of the class. You need to go to special ed. And John and I were like, we set the curve in the class. This makes no sense. Oh, well, I've got an impediment and you've got a wheelchair. Let's go.
Well, I think it also goes, to simplify basically what you said in many fewer words, it's a matter of seeing people for who they are.
Yes.
And recognizing who they are as opposed to what they are.
And I told it in story form, so you remember.
Because who's the guy in the wheelchair, Mr. Famous guy?
So you remember.
Mr. NASA guy. Oh, what was his name?
The guy who talks through his computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. Genius.
Yes.
Genius. I mean, you would never notice that by walking past him on the street.
Yeah. So don't judge books by covers.
But you can't. I mean,
it's our natural tendency. But my thing is your natural tendency.
I actually like to know where that comes from.
Override it. Oh, that genetic thing where we assume.
I don't know if it's a genetic. Is it a genetic thing, or is it what we learn in society through? Most of us went through public school.
Wait, stop. Back in the caveman days, if you believe in cavemen, if someone could not walk, you do not mate with them. That's where it started.
Who told you that? What book did you read that in?
I watch Ancient Aliens.
No, oh God!
No, my thing is, it's a human evolution thing. It's just like women with wider hips get married faster because in men's mind, hips mean breeding. Breeding means children. Children mean lineage. Just like I can't think. Yeah, like I said, if someone was born with a maimed arm, back in the caveman days, people would not mate with them because they would be afraid that their children would have maimed arms, and then they wouldn't be able to hunt and they wouldn't be able to pick up berries or whatever they're doing. It's a survival instinct. It's a survival instinct to see someone and make a judgment call because your body does, should I run or can I stay? Are they safe? Are they dangerous? It's that instinct. It's an animal instinct in us. That's where that judgment comes from. And now that we've evolved, we should be able to say, that's my initial judgment. Let me address this further.
I'm just loving where I just took you. That's all. I'm an influencer.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, look, think of back in the slavery days, people were afraid of anyone with dark skin because they're savages, and so the whites stayed away from blacks. And then when minorities and whites mixed, they do, okay, well, we can't use the bathroom because what if we get their color? If we use the same toilet, we might turn black. I mean, that's how ignorant the thought process
was. I was told that if I drank chocolate milk, I'd be like him.
I was told if I swam.
There's a story there, but yes.
I was told if I swam in a pool with a boy I liked, I'd get pregnant. Yes.
Didn't you say that about on a back of a bicycle too?
If I was near anyone I liked. So the thing is we evolved. We're intelligent.
And the stork brings babies.
Yes. we're intelligent and we can fight the natural instinct of, oh, they're different from me, I should run. Maybe they're different from me. Maybe I should learn. I'm good. I'm done. So if you haven't bought your
This
ticket,
was fun.
if you haven't bought your ticket yet for After
Tonight's
Dark,
Galaxy Fest After Dark. After Dark Galaxy
go
Fest.
to Galaxy Fest. It's one word, Galaxy Fest, F-E-S-T, stands for festival.com, galaxyfest.com, and get your tickets now.
And meet some of those unique people.
Meet some of those unique people. Maybe we can learn a little bit from how they've expressed themselves. So here's my thing.
And they have, a lot of them have, because it's such a diverse, I call it a diverse variety show, because it is so diverse. There's so many people in there that have probably overcome more than you have, or I have, or anybody else has. I mean, we've all overcome something, but there's some people in there that I'm sure that have really and truly, and we would never want to go through that.
No, but look how they expressed themselves and found freedom in their minds.
They're a prime
and their
example of what
bodies.
we're talking about today.
So go to Galaxy Fest, get your ticket. And plus, you'll be able to see me perform and see me step out of my comfort zone and sing and introduce and do the things, the Broadway stuff I love to do. So see you there. And I would say grab a VIP ticket, because at $100 or
yeah, they're right now until Thursday night.
okay, at $100. Oh wait, they missed
Oh
it.
no, they missed it.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, we were doing so good.
I know, sorry. Well, anyways, be there, because
Or B square.
it'll open your
How's that work?
minds and maybe
Square.
free your soul a little bit for some of the things that you've been confined about.
Free your mind and
So-
the rest will follow.
Are we done?
Be colorblind. Don't be so shallow. I should be famous for my singing.
As In Vogue said so clearly, yeah, free your mind. So go be the best version of you unapologetically. See you tonight at After Dark. And
And before you sign off, you're supposed to do what?
like, share,
Comment.
and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Oh, yes, definitely. Or Rumble. Either one.
Okay. So we'll see you next week. We'll let you know how the show goes tonight. And let's go have some fun.
I have to do something over here.
What?
Hold on. Before I hit the goodbye thing, I'm going to take this and do that. That way I'm going to say hi and bye.
It's not playing.
I know, because I haven't hit the end button yet.
Oh.
This is the behind the scenes shot of the stuff that we go
Just click the damn button.
through. Peace out, y'all.